Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk Laker basketball. So the Lakers got the first win of the preseason against the Kings. It was an ugly game. In short, Julius Randle came off the bench, looked really good. Brook Lopez looked decent in his first game as a Laker. Kuzma put up 15, but the big concern for me is Brandon Ingram. And, you know, big discussion on Twitter, a lot of discussion on Twitter, back and forth, and everybody is seeing it. It's starting to become a real thing. Brandon Ingram is gripping. He's in a slump. It's almost like it's a continuation of the Brandon Ingram when he was a rookie, that first half of his rookie year, where we were like, oh, we're waiting on Brandon Ingram's potential, but it just never shows up. And I think I outlined it best in my video, like a few videos ago, when I talked about what's wrong with Brandon Ingram. I kind of outlined his lack of muscle, you know, his fast switch muscles. He can't beat his man off the dribble. Everything he's getting right now, he's playing iso ball, and he's just not strong enough to beat guys. I like bigger, small forwards. So you have that issue. Also, he's forcing everything. He's just playing out of control a little bit. And nothing's coming easy for Brandon Ingram right now. And it's showing. He went 1 for 6 this game, almost 30 minutes. 5 rebounds, 5 points, 4 turnovers. I mean, and he's starting. That's your starting small forward, who supposedly a few weeks ago had the potential to score 20 points according to Magic Johnson, right? And I think we all didn't disagree with that. We were kind of like, yeah, Brandon Ingram, he is the guy. He was a focal point of the Lakers, of this Lakers squad coming into this season. But right now it's looking anything but. And so the thing is about Brandon Ingram is I think we got to slow our roll with him. And I think he's gripping so much. If you were comparing this to like a baseball analogy, as somebody who is a baseball fan, he's hitting below the Mendoza line, which is below 200. He's hitting like 167 right now. And you know, like today, he would have been like, oh yeah, you know, he probably went 0 for 4 today with 3 strikeouts, you know, and a weak ground out or something. I mean, that's the comparison. If you were comparing this to baseball, where you had this guy that the team was putting a lot of money into, he's struggling right now. He's struggling bad. And so what I would do, if I'm the Lakers coach, I would say I would put him on the bench right now and just have him clear his mind, have him think through it a little bit, just like we did with Julius Randle. There's a lot of pressure starting. You know, you're going to want to score a lot. You're going to want to do a lot of stuff with the ball, things like that. Right now, game's not coming easy for you. So put you on the bench, let you run with the second unit, and not be this guy that we have to rely on right now. And so that's what we did with Julius Randle. And as you can see, he played freely. It was okay for Julius Randle to attack because, you know, the defense is you know, was on their heels. He's playing with the second unit. He's coming in off the bench. Whereas when you're coming in off the bench, you actually want to push the ball. You want to attack. You want to play with a lot of energy, because if you mess up, you know what? You're just out there for a short spurt. Julius Randle was doing, and I think coming off the bench, the pressure was off of him, and so he played well. He was there to clean up things, there to rebound well and push the ball, and he did a lot of good things. Like I said, I love Julius Randle off the bench. I said this in my video. I said, if Julius Randle owned the idea of coming off the bench, then he would be worth whatever you would give somebody coming off the bench, and he would be someone you would really consider looking at re-signing, you know, like on a 3-year deal, something like that. If it was for bench money, you're not paying him anywhere over $18 million to lock up that money, but I mean in your salary cap. But so Julius Randle looked good. Let's see if I would keep him on the bench. Let's see if that remains. Again, that's what you want to do with Brandon Ingram. You don't want to, you know, all this dumb talk about I would trade. Man, quiet with that. Listen, basically, you just got to put Brandon Ingram in the zone of, hey, he's a project. And right now, he's not a focal point of our team. He can't be. The pressure's too much. His game is not there. He's too light in the back pocket to take guys off the dribble one-on-one. He's having trouble beating guys, things like that. You put him on the bench, let him turn into what we call, like, say, a project or whatnot, and then the pressure's off of him, and then whatever he gives us off the bench, whether it's 12 points, whether it's 9 points in this, and he plays good defense, then that's okay, because that's coming off the bench. And then you got someone like Kyle Kuzma who can start in his position, who Kyle Kuzma given anything, what he put up 15 points tonight on 27 minutes, and he really didn't have a great game. I think 1 of 6 shooting from 3, but still 15 points, 8 rebounds, that's decent, right? That's having not really a good game. So Kyle Kuzma is right there. He's one of those guys who the game comes a little bit easier for him, and that's what I would do over the next few games. I don't know how many more games we got, but I think putting Brandon Ingram on the bench right now, just to let him clear his head. And then, hey young fella, we're going to work with you. You know, you're going to ease into this and find your game again, and you'll be all right. That's my thoughts right now on Brandon Ingram, and that's what I'm thinking. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. As always, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at MikeSportsLA. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.